Oh.
I need to get going.
A pity. Well, come back again soon.
Okay. So, what shall we work on here? Um, let's work on that. Damn it. So, yeah, here today. Um, basically, just come in, ask me a question. I'll answer it. May not be the answer you want, but I'll answer it. Not the way I actually wanted to go, but it's the way I went. How is everyone tonight?
You'll find all you need in our selection.
Desarde, what can I do for you? Captain Vasco, I'm glad to see you again. Did you profit from your time on land?
I did, Admiral. That's why I've come to see you.
You want me to entrust you with a loyalty mission?
Indeed.
Very well. A short time ago, we lost one of our ships near the island. The reputation of the Norts suffered from it.
I have heard about it. An incomprehensible sinking which fueled numerous rumors.
We cannot let the land dwellers think we are losing the sea. So I need someone to investigate and restore our reputation.
At your orders, Admiral, and with pleasure.
The shipwreck is stranded on the shore, southwest of the island, not far from Xavier.
Thank you, Admiral.
I'm counting on you, Captain Vasco.
Yeah, we'll go here. I'm not keen on doing the whole Petrus thing, because, well, fuck this guy and his entire group of people.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous Phantom training camp.
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Rayner. I want to know what kind of hornet's nest I led him into. I want to know what these madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I might not be able to control myself. And I won't learn anything. But you're already very busy. Come find me again when you have less to do. Anything else?
No,
I must
not the
leave
moment we
you.
don't. Now what's going on up here? What's all this? Ah, bandits. Wow, these guys are actually hurting me. They hurt a lot. Is there a reason why there's just a bunch of them standing over here? Doesn't really look like it.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
So we got a caravan here. Want to head down this way. So, make this the next marker we go head towards.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Lots of VCs to fight in this place. Can't seem to go more than a few feet.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Lots and lots of stuff to fight here.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Like something's about to drop down on me. Yep, I knew it. It's gonna drop down. I knew it. Got no idea where I'm going, but
Look, there it is.
I have never seen a boat outside like this.
this looks like a boss arena.
The corpses are chained up. These beasts were captive. Could they have died during the sinking?
I don't think so. They don't seem to have drowned. Something bigger sort. No effort at all.
Okay, so we'll just keep looking around here.
It looks like an enormous cage. But look,
It's been broken. Is this ringing any bells for anyone else?
the hull was torn apart. And given the way that the wood is broken, it came from the inside. Damn it. What happened here?
There are scratch marks almost everywhere on the wood. But they do not look like the marks a reef would make.
This ship was apparently carrying creatures from the island. The largest one managed to escape and made a hole in the hull as it tried to run away. Just like in Serene, the sailors did not stand a chance.
The Admiral will not be satisfied with our deductions. She will want concrete proof. Let's keep searching.
Yep, we'll keep searching.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Oh, it digs.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
There we go. Finally managed to get the creatures entrusted to us on board after giving them the potions provided by the alchemist. The largest one is terrifying even when it's asleep. I asked for it to be chained and kept in a cage. Tonight we set sail. The weather is mild, the crossing should be uneventful. The crew is complaining about the presence of these creatures on board. The largest one started moving again despite what we gave it. Woke up, is howling in rage. We will never make the continent in these conditions. We'll head back to the island, so the cage will hold until then. Beast is moving so much that we're having trouble sailing. We can see the coast from the crow's nest. I hope we'll make it. Then there in time before it.
All the clues seem to corroborate the captain's journal. This is the same thing that happened at the harbour in Serene. The Guardian who was locked up on board freed itself and ripped apart the hull of the boat to get out.
Yes. And my brothers had no means of saving their lives or the ship, alas. Let's go back and explain this to the Admiral. The captain's journal will serve as proof.
We'll do that in a moment here. Oh. Stream not working? Okay, it's working. Just wasn't doing anything on another screen of mine, which is annoying to say the least. Got a long ways to go to get there, though. What's that strange red glow up there, though? Gotta go back through the village. But it's been an interesting day. Played some Among Us with friends. Played some Overwatch with some friends. If you follow Irbis, you'd see those same streams. That we were on.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I thought about streaming, but I'm trying to work on trying to get affiliate here. I just didn't want to stream over top of them. Which, an update on that, we are currently at a 1.57 average, so we're getting closer.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
hopefully, given some good fortune, we'll have affiliate here soon. And then I gotta come up with emotes and all that fun stuff.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Heading out east towards New Spring, I heard some chatter about treasure which they had hidden behind the lone tree on the cliff. Really not sure what to make of those messages. Then again, it's usually if they just go, here's this place, but they don't give me a marker. I'm usually just still lost and like, where am I supposed to be going? I think I need to cross this. Whoever will find this message, please send it to Professor Seraphin and Professor as attacked by the sea creatures you want to observe. I use the alchemical preparations and attempt to inflict some magical damage, but to no avail. Managed to hide on some rock formation where the beast could not reach me, but unfortunately I do not know how to get down now. Hopefully you'll find this message and come to my rescue.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward them.
Ooh. New level. I need 2 points. I don't think much matters which way I go around this rock.
Here comes our pay, boys! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Well, that was unexpected. Glad we won, but it was unexpected.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Okay. No, we got a skill point. Means that there's one of those clear down here too that I never got. Well, something for me to do at a later time. Again, not real interested in doing anything for Petrus or Teleme. Just anything dealing with them, I really don't want to do.
Come closer, good people. The cure is Are your boots
Never know when any of that stuff's going to come in handy. I mean, I have suddenly had to start using a bit of ammo, so...
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Regarding the mission you entrusted Captain Vasco with,
We have come to give our conclusions.
I'm listening.
We examined the shipwreck and the surrounding area. A creature they carried on board managed to set itself free. An enormous beast. It made a hole in the hull and caused the sinking. We could only find dead bodies.
Alas, I was expecting it. May the sea be their shroud. We shall not forget them. Did you find anything?
The captain's journal tells the tale of the ship from their departure to the sinking.
Thank you, Vasco. It seems that the potions of the Alliance failed us once more. And rest assured, we will never transport another one of those creatures. They are too dangerous for our ships. Our honor is safe, thanks to you. You have proven your loyalty, and you have regained my trust. What you have achieved for us all deserves to be a part of your history, Vasco. I will send someone to tell the tattooist. He'll be waiting for you.
Well, let's go see what this is all about and what he looks like afterwards.
I have come to receive my tattoo. The Admiral should have informed you.
Indeed, Captain. Congratulations. Well, take a seat. You know the drill.
What do you think about it? I feel more naught than ever.
Great. Congratulations, Vasco.
Kurt should be in my house here, if nothing else.
Come closer, good people. The cure is
Wrong door.
Green blood, my friend. I can't stop thinking. Let me. I need the help of my.
How can I refuse?
We need to travel. Okay. Again, no. Screw you. Really don't like Petrus. Excuse me. Something more action-packed.
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
You two know each other.
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I'm Siora, Donegad, of the Gaiusrat.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guard's business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret, even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
Does this man not realize that I'm a Donegad?
I noticed you're a native, but you're a friend of Kurt's, so I trust you will be discreet.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How's it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh. I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable that these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, really. Lieutenant,
Captain.
my friend here would like to learn more about this camp.
At your orders, Captain. Madam?
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And
Uh-huh.
in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
Hopefully you're all doing well.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savages' magic.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Excuse me.
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell.
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
None of this is adding
The
up.
story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here then?
I don't know. But what... Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first,
Just a
but you
moment.
get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the shadow.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
Okay, I'm back.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rainer.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer. He left.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, madam. Captain.
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it.
Because it probably does.
Lieutenant,
Respectfully, Captain.
here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. She would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
So
That's
spies,
strange.
assassins.
These skills are normally associated with assassins rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities. But an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Really hate that fact that I couldn't just mantle that.
Hello, soldier.
Captain?
We need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, madam. I'm listening.
How would you describe your training? Do you train outside the camp much?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well, yes, that's true.
Problems remembering things, soldier?
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, madam. I would trust them with my life.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No. Of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my training.
He seems afraid that an accident might befall him too.
No, it's not that. I just don't want to fall behind schedule.
Very well. Go on.
Excellence. Captain.
These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me.
Yes, they do.
Soldier.
Captain.
At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, my lady.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test. You may speak freely.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain, Captain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it. You're very united in this squadron. At least that's what I've been told.
United. You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does the name Rainer sound familiar to you?
Yeah,
Well, no, not really.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Rayner. And we're lucky to have the Lieutenant as our instructor, Captain.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go! Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry, Captain Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
What's really going on here? We know that Rayner didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor, an extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
And they call us barbarians. We could never put our own children through this.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Rayner, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Rayner's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise I'll soon be as dead as Rayner.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
At least we'll try not to.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain,
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kurt, Wilhelm has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They are humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rayner wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. That recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You know about this kind of training.
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
Probably
I
not.
scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
You're full of anger, Sengots. Take a deep breath and think.
I really like Ciora. She's really kind of
Then
cool.
tell us your plan.
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training. Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Ah, shit. Captain Rolf, congratulations for the work you have done. You have perfectly fulfilled our mission so far, and several of your ghost recruits have already accessed positions close to the governor as planned. Major Herman has informed me that you have suffered some casualties, but nothing susceptible of changing our plans.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
This place needs to be shut down immediately.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
These people have turned this place into a site of suffering. It will take years of work to erase its traces.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Rainer shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Good.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
That's the young man who helped us, isn't it? They will probably kill him for it.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself. I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
You surprise me once again, Kurt. You're full of compassion for these youngsters.
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
Let's see what you're capable of.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Kurt, you're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers. The traitors must die.
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors.
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid a fight and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey. Enough! To arms! Attack!
All this bullying and humiliation is only intended to turn you into weapons, not soldiers. And when a weapon is no longer needed, its owner throws it away rather than risk injury. That's why Raina was disposed of.
Being a soldier doesn't mean being a puppet. Put your weapons down.
They're right, mates. I don't want to end up in the harbor. What do you think, soldier? You think we can trust them?
It's over, Lieutenant. These recruits won't do your dirty work for you anymore.
You're finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer than planned.
You were spared the shame of seeing how far your comrades have fallen.
What happened?
They surrendered. Like the weaklings they are.
That should make the next night training sessions interesting.
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and insurgents, like Raina before him.
Kurt, I'm terribly sorry. We should have...
Saved him first. We're responsible for his death.
You're a bleeding heart, Kurt. But you know who's really responsible.
You're right. For Wilhelm! For Raina!
Recruits! Attack! Found a Dara Grimaderendan!
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
Nope.
You! Take care of the camp's survivors until you receive your transfer orders.
It will be an honor, Captain.
You'll stay here for now. I'll send men I trust to come get you soon.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go see her immediately.
Sieglinde, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp. Where elite soldiers are trained. Through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it. Even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating.
Well,
He had his
apparently
reasons.
not.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinde. And reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
Well, we'll go
I
take
know.
care of it.
I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinde.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
Okay. Let's see. What shall we go do now? Let's do some story stuff. So.
Greetings! So,
Thanks, but I...
Was not the exit I think it was going to be. Not at all. In fact, I'm curious as to why this is even here. But I'm sure if nothing else, there'll be an explanation later in the game, probably. At least hopefully. Maybe. I hope. Still not doing anything for you, Petrus. Just ain't gonna happen. Oh.
This valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition.
So many foxes. I'm not gonna try and navigate through all this.
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
A camp here, in the open wind. It was definitely set up by scholars.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems that they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they're wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They are not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite.
There we go. There's another orange.
This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the Lost Expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. A trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it. More blood. We are on the right path. Keep going.
That looks to be a chest down there.
Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer here. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
Isolated. Discreet. Perfect visibility. Great choice.
It is a journal, that of a woman from the expedition, a certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops in mid-sentence.
A woman with sharp eyes. They might have saved her life.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will surely lead us to the party of intrepid scholars.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance.
My
From the
ear's still
looks of him,
bothering me so much.
I would say he's been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people.
He was only a scholar, a sage, not a warrior on the battlefield.
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide their children?
This man was unarmed. And from the position of his body, I would say he was fleeing. It is not honor that motivates them. Maybe it was vengeance.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand.
I think I just used lockpicking to open it. Okay, I might be able to swing up this way and then come back down into the swamp from the north. At least looking at the map, this might theoretically work.
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they tracking?
New prey, no doubt. Let's get closer.
Renaigse!
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the lion sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
Well, that's what good lockpicking skills are for.
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
After this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He is worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I
Probably.
must admit, I was hoping for a rescue of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Desardet. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin, who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And them?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. From the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own.
Kurt. Simply Kurt. I protect our excellencies back. And if one of your violent fits overcomes you, rescue party or not, I will kill you.
This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
Just a few.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by
Oh.
surprise.
Piss
One
off,
moment
Windows.
Everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart. But when I heard my fellow scholars shout, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, or they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are oh so very close, and I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
Wasn't going to ask you to do so. I mean, it is her team that we're trying to rescue. It'd be wrong to tell her not to come along. She just kind of teleports up the...
This is where the natives took your colleagues.
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
Yup.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin.
I should probably activate this camp.
I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Sleep. Nighttime. Wait. Just come all the way up here. Now we gotta find our way all the way back down. Well, I said there's something about caves being around here somewhere that we might be able to use to sneak our way in. Well, that's a chest right there. Well, she came back. It's an interesting way of temporary companions. I've never seen that done that way before in any game. I'm not wanting to do a frontal assault on the place. Where? What am I fighting? What the hell? You guys gotta fight with the locals. Did I not just say I did not want to piss off the locals? So I gave them a wide berth and came around over here and... Oh, good. Since we're way over here in the first place. We'll go see what this question mark thing is. It's an altar thing. Skill point altar.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Well, since we're over here. Some very pretty waterfall.
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Please, Honor Manawi, let's try to avoid a fight.
Yeah, can I just go in through the roof? I can't fit under there. Probably not the time to be grabbing all that stuff, but I'm here. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak, sneak. Oh shit.
Is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
Yeah, I just unlocked it, so that wasn't even necessary. But we'll take it anyways. I think I can just... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. So I go right in front of his sight path.
Now, we must find a way to get out of this valley without putting my companions in danger.
Apparently they didn't travel through the cleft in the wall as well as I did. That was probably the cave I was probably looking for and just didn't see.
Trokarid, mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Spare their lives. I beg you. They were only fighting to save the lives of those that have disappeared.
I agree. Spare them.
Very well. Leave, and I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Honor Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words. Kwa awalam seg.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true woman of science. Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
At least this place doesn't have inquisitors. I've heard that's a lot of the natives are actually disappearing too, and they're just getting blamed on the Bridge Alliance.
Lady Desade, and our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Your Excellency. You are a providential woman.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
Research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tiena Hack Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
How's that? Leermater, I did nice them.
Well, I grasp the basic of the local tongue, and I am certain to have heard the word yag. Remedy.
Surprising. But the Terna Hach is very powerful and very wise. It is possible that she did craft such a remedy.
Another stairwell. I haven't explored upstairs here yet. Not that there's probably much of anything up here, but... Let's go do this side quest here. At least till either we complete it or unless chat picks up here. Chat's been quiet. It's like I've been seeing people coming in and out, not necessarily who they were since they didn't ever say anything. But I've been keeping an eye on it.
Hello there. My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was informed that your caravan was looted and that you were the sole survivor of the attack.
It's true, Your Excellency. It was awful. All those deaths. The violence. We followed the recommended precautions to the letter, but it was useless.
How did the attack happen?
We traveled all day. We were exhausted, and night was approaching. We knew we were not very far from the outpost, but we couldn't go any further, so we camped away from the road, trying to stay out of sight. Alas, it was in vain. That's when they struck, in the middle of the night.
Were there several attackers?
I counted 5, maybe 6, but others were hiding in the woods. I'm sure of it. If they only had their usual stone weapons, we may have hoped to escape them, but their weapons were inflamed. I have never been so scared in my life.
What were you transporting?
Mostly food, but also herbs and other ingredients for scientists.
Did the attackers take it?
Everything was a blur. I don't know if they intended to steal or destroy it. Unfortunately, my companions died while trying to protect our cargo.
Are you saying that the looters started by attacking your cargo?
Yes, Your Excellency. Maybe more of us would have survived if we'd all fled.
You mentioned recommended precautions.
Yes. Since attacks occur often, we were given a number of precautions to avoid them. Do not travel at certain times. Do not camp near the road. Do not light any fires. All of it was useless. It would have been better to recruit guards to escort us.
Based on what you're saying, the attacks were very targeted. They must have camped near the outpost to monitor the road.
But what is their goal? Why attack all the caravans along this route?
They must want to cut off the supply lines to Hikmet. We'll go to the scene of the attack. I might find something there to help track these rebels.
Why is this stuff's all position at times just kerfuffles me?
The caravan was some distance from the road when it was attacked.
Things are about to get dicey.
Essa rechne styr
Here we are. Stay alert. The food has been destroyed. They clearly don't need it, which means that their camp should be close by. These crates are empty. Their entire contents have been destroyed. These goods were not meant to reach their destination. They must have died protecting their goods. How sad. These wounds appear to be caused by stone blades. The kind of weapons that islanders use. They acted quickly, methodically, and then left. But where are the bodies? Let's look around.
Back past the campsite that we just made. Oh, maybe I should have just held off on finding that first. Save myself some trouble. Not that there's really any trouble. Just more walking. Something I need to do in real life. I'm afraid this trip will be my last. We're very cautious. We even ate cold food every night because lighting the fire was too dangerous. And yet I feel as if we are being observed, and I am afraid that they might attack us from one moment to the next.
He was in the caravan, but whoever attacked him decided to drag him here and feed him to the wild beasts.
The Donea Extragao do this as a sort of scare tactic. This is a message for other merchants.
Stop running away. I know you're actually just charging, but... I think I found them.
We're close to the target.
Oh, some of them at least. Oh, so these are basically, these are the same sword. Yeah, I don't think it's a large enough upgrade. That, on the other hand, doesn't do quite an upgrade. Moving through everything here. Hey, eventually we'll find a better sword.
Things are about.
I need a bit of practice.
So you figure 3 to go that way. I tried to trick it, but it just wouldn't have it. And I'll try it again here, but... yeah, I didn't have anything of it. I mean, I'll try... I mean, it looks like there might be another path. There's got to be a way to do this, I would think, that doesn't require that. At least I would think so. Ah, this might be it. Yeah, that was it. I knew if we just looked around hard enough, we'd find it. From the figure 3 to come up this way, that I don't know that there's any good reason to do it. I just really don't. But we'll just keep exploring here.
Finally, here's the camp of the rebel natives.
The standing men call themselves Donea Exregal. Please, let's try and talk to them. I do not want to fight with my brothers without trying to reason with them.
Hello. Don't worry. I come in peace. I only wish to speak to your leader.
I am the leader of this camp, Renaikse. And whom might you be?
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
The congregation. Are those the Lugaid Blau? The yellow eyes?
It's possible, yes. We live in the city south of the island.
That's right. We hold no grudge against your people. Talk. I'm listening.
I have come to speak to you about your attacks against all those who take the road to Hikmet.
The Lions only got what they deserve. They have captured many of our people. We must release them.
That's the price of war. If you fight, you risk men being taken prisoner.
I'm not talking about warriors, Renaikse, but villagers kidnapped in our villages. They mainly attack on Olmenawe, those carrying the mark of the bond like you. They capture them, and we never see them again. We don't know what they are doing to them, but we are going to release them.
I can agree with
I
that.
see. But our merchants have no role in this. They are not warriors, so why kill them?
They brought food and weapons back to our enemies. We could not let them pass. If your merchants had fled, we would not have pursued them. But they resisted, so they do it. The city of Lions is no longer to receive food or weapons. Nothing.
I share your anger against the lions, and I also hope to find our captured brothers. But the Renaigse also use floating houses to transport things. Your attacks were useless.
Listen, if what you told me is true, I fully understand
if it's
why
on
you're
sale,
fighting.
yeah, I would say
I'm
so.
ready to help you clear up these disappearances, as long as you spare our
It's
merchants.
You no longer need to worry about
it's a setting that you don't really generally get to see very often. Amazingly kind of rich, kind of original storyline, storytelling. But the tutorial is not all there, so it's kind of discover your own way of getting through everything. And then, although for the most part beautiful, there are some issues that come across with the graphics occasionally. Usually dealing with the special effects on the weapons.
Can you guarantee that our merchants will now be able to take this road without risking their lives?
I always keep to my word. The time for small attacks is over. Now is the time of war.
I mean, I don't honestly say it's worth full price, but that's really up to you.
Caravans will be spared. I have fulfilled my mission.
Go in peace. We should prepare ourselves.
I mean, I ultimately love games like this. It's pretty good. Like I said, there's no real tutorial. So you're kind of left trying to figure out the combat entirely on your own. And the button layout on things isn't what I would actually say is real great, at least on PS4. You're welcome. Always happy to answer questions.
I hope I will not regret letting them go. They are so full of hatred for the Alliance.
The Donaya Exregao fight, as my mother did, to free our people from the Lions. And now, they are ready for a great battle. I hope they will not end up like my clan.
I have to admit that the story of this attack is concerning. We should talk to Captain Rainhild about it. We can also inform him that the convoys will now be running smoothly.
At least from a historical precedence, you can kind of see influences of how the English, the Spanish, and the French all came to the Americas. And I mean, architecture and everything kind of even lends to that same time period. Not quite exact, but roughly.
Hello, Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
I managed to trace the rebels who attacked the caravans. They will no longer be a problem.
You eliminated them?
No, it was not necessary. But you must know that this group is part of a much bigger army. An army that is ready to go to war against Hikmet.
We have been at war with the rebels for a long time.
They did not speak of skirmishes, but of a pitched battle. They want to free their imprisoned comrades and will stop at nothing to do so.
This is terrible news. We must prepare the troops immediately. I'll send a message to Governor Buran. Thank you for warning us, Your Excellency. You've given us a chance to resist their assault. I know it's not much, but I hope you'll accept this as a token of gratitude.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you, Captain.
We'll go to the old mine here. Get that taken care of. Now, if you notice, I'm continuing to ignore Petrus because he's part of basically the Inquisition, and he just kind of got forced upon my party, and I never would have accepted him if it wasn't for that.
Lady Morange said the ruins would be around here. She must have been talking about Deirdre.
That looks to be bandits over there. Yeah. I almost guarantee those are bandits over there. Looks like I probably went the wrong way. Well, while I'm up here, skill point holder and a campsite all tucked into one single spot. I think I need to come back down this way.
Look, up there. This is Deirdre, the ruins Lady Morange told us about. But I do not know how to get there. The path collapsed.
Some of the tunnels in the mine may lead to it. We should go there.
Yep, that's my plan. At least that's what I'm going to plan to try to do. Pull off here. Yep, I knew they were bandits. Shows there being a skill holder right up here as well. Yeah, if I go back in here... I was back in here before and I didn't see any skill holder. Did I just miss it? I mean, I probably did. It can be. It kind of depends upon what difficulty you want to play at, but yeah. Oh,
It's
I
not
need...
possible just now.
I don't have the right skill to get into that. When do I get my next talent point? 41. It can be. I'm not playing on a really high difficulty setting, and I've found a good spot to experience farm, so I'm kind of really over leveled. Like, this is still technically like really early in the story, as far as I'm aware of. I do not think I've ever been more scared in my life than when this, however you pronounce that, rushed towards us, spear in hand. Thought my time had come, and it would certainly have been the case were it not for the intervention of my courageous bodyguard. Managed to deflect the attack and allow us to escape. Yeah, for the most part. It kind of depends on what you're fighting. Like, I don't know what to make of this thing. This is a boss fight. You have to deal with armor in this game. Those would be the blue shields. You do really low damage to things if they have a lot of armor points. And certain type of attacks will get rid of it, as well as just shooting the creature. I wanted to back away because I wanted to heal. I got no idea what that was about, but just kind of look around here. Another thing kind of a nuisance is the fact that you'll see things that think, oh, this should be a path I can go. No, you can't. This looks like a boss fight area. Well, apparently it's not, but it certainly has that look. That's a game one day I'm going to get around to playing. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Wound got infected and got no way of treating it, so he died here. You carry two primary weapons and you can change out between the two of them. The rapier is faster, but this is better. The broadsword has much better AoE. I own it, I just haven't gotten to it. Like, I've owned this since the day it came out. And I'm just kind of going through my stockpile. I had a friend who asked me what I thought about the game. And it was like, well, I got a couple games I got lined up that I need to do that are on my schedule. And then I don't have anything. So after I finish streaming those games, it's like, okay, I'll do this. I'll let you know what I think of it. And so right now I'm just trying to finish up the story of it. But I mean, it is a very amazing game. It's one of those little gems that's like, how'd this manage to just go completely unnoticed by most people? No, I mean, that's one of the best ways to figure out whether or not a game's something you want to try out, is compare it to games that you know that you like, and it's like, okay, if this is similar to that, then maybe it'll be enjoyable. I mean, gaming is an expensive hobby. I mean, the games are expensive to make as well, but... No, it's not what I was expecting to run into. So I actually need to come back up through here and then down. That's what I need to do. Yeah. You can pick from 3 classes that you start out with. Warrior, ranged, and then magic. And then if you want to spill in the skill points, you can pick up the other. Each one gives you like 3 main skills. The 2 that are basically covered in your particular range, and then 1 other. So I think like the range is these 3, warriors these 3, and I'm going to guess that at least mage has these 2. The larger bubbles, it's 2 skill points to get. These ones here at the far edges are 3, and then all the rest are 1. I've almost completely gotten all the skills for warrior, so I'm going to start spending a bunch more here under the range, because I don't usually use magic in a lot of games. I mean, could I explain why I don't? No, not really. I just don't. Not that I've found. Like, you can carry multiple weapons. Wrong button. Like, these are your 2 main weapons, A and B. But then you basically swap between those. I use this for huge AoE damage. This one's not hard to get. You just have to beat the arena, which is more. It's tricky. There's a few rounds in there that's just like can really mess your day up. But then once you get past outside of those few rounds, it's really not too bad. It's only 1 actual boss fight. And I mean, so long as you manage yourself well, it's not an exactly hard boss fight. I think we got that broadsword on 2nd or 3rd stream. We did. Yeah. Up the road and then to the left. And I tried taking a look quickly at like the crafting and such, and I just couldn't figure it out. Mainly just because it's like I haven't really put any skill points into the crafting, so I think that kind of really limits anything I could potentially do. Even though something like the armor gives you some bonus points into a talent like craftsmanship or science. I don't think I have anything that gives +1 in science, but craftsmanship, I do have some gloves that give me a +1 into that. Weapons, armor, upgrades for them. Like here's the talents. Intuition, charisma, that gives you chances at certain dialogue options of having them succeed or not. Vigor lets you do feats like climbing walls, making jumps across broken bridges, walking across narrow beams. Craftsmanship is entirely all just crafting different things. Weapons, armor, upgrades, stuff like that. Intuition is gathering and looting and contextual dialogue options. Lockpicking, self-explanatory. Most of science, as far as I know of, isn't required unless you're crafting a lot of bullets and other potions and such. One of the ones I found that I'm going to need to get at some point is the science level 1. Because there's walls and such that you need to get through that you have to have that skill to, in essence, blow up. Yes. A lot of what I've been finding here is very old school.
Here's the entrance to the mine. It may be
I should probably sell some stuff off here.
Greetings, my lady. It's a real How may I help?
There, you can have that. Oh. That's actually pretty nice. I want to keep that. You can have that. You can have that too. You can have that. Like I said, the ones I've found have to deal with some of the lighting effects, dealing with some of the weapons. They'll sometimes glitch, and you'll get these like light fragments and such that'll go across the screen momentarily and then disappear. Annoying stuff, not anything like game breaking. I'll probably need that.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
I should probably be talking to these
Good
people.
day. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the ruins on the plateau?
You aren't the first to ask me about them, but the answer is still the same. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to, but I've never been there. There must have been a path once upon a time, but it's no longer there. Maybe it collapsed. Some say you
No.
have to pass
The only
through
place I
the ruins
really
to get
actually,
there.
the only place I actually even
A
noticed
few
it,
of the tunnels do climb. It's certainly possible,
was
I
while
would
fighting
say.
in the
But those
coin
tunnels
arena.
are all closed, and we have better things to do. The iron ore. It doesn't come
And
out of the ground
the
by
lighting in
itself.
the coin arena is
Do you need
kind of
anything
weird
else?
in the first place.
Tell me about the mines.
It wasn't us that first dug them out.
So it's like I
They're
think
really
some of
old.
like the physics and that
Centuries
they put
old.
on the lighting
Those
effects and
tunnels are
such,
full of
kind of
riches.
with the actual
It takes
design of the
little
coin
effort to
arena,
unearth
don't
minerals
mesh
you want.
well, which may have been the
What
cause
could
of
we
it.
ask for? Seeing as how there aren't that many of us, if we were pressed to mine all the tunnels, we'd be too few. But the time will come when folks hear about what we're pulling from these
Because it
rocks.
kind of felt like the lighting for
We
the
won't
coin
be
arena
alone
is
for
done
much
a little bit
longer.
differently than anywhere else. And I think part of that's just to do with the fact
Good day.
that
What can I do for you?
it's in a really weird
Did you
location.
build this village? Not by myself, no. We did it. We have to sleep somewhere, you know. We don't have much here, and we'd sure like the place to prosper and grow. Maybe more miners will come. Then we'd start to attract all manner of merchants and craftsmen. Do you need anything else?
I'm headed out. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And not only that, but with that screen glare and stuff, it's like if you just change the angle of the camera a little bit, it you would usually disappear. Find. We'll put that there. So let's go exploring around the mines here. Yeah, the broadsword packs a huge wallop in comparison to the rapier I use. But I also don't think I was really meant to... The arena was not meant to be beaten very easily, and I kind of did beat it, so having done so early in the game kind of gives me a huge leg up, I guess, in conjunction with my much higher level than I probably should be. There is. Time flows weirdly, and also, like, when you travel from one area to another, there's actual time that passes by. The nights in this game are actually really short, it feels like. But they are there. Because there's certain things you actually have to do while it's night. So like a quest will be like, you need to do this at night, so you need to wait. And one of the ways to do that is if you can go to a campfire and you can rest for... You can't say specifically, I want to rest for this specific amount of time. You can go to this specific time, a specific time of day.
A gate. We must find out how to open it. It worked. We can resume our journey.
Well, lots of things to fight. Not a whole lot. Usually at night you'll start running into, you'll have bandits and such that'll pop up. Usually your human enemies that seem to be who mostly show up as random mobs at night. The beasts don't seem to change all that much. Say there's where I need a level 1 science. Okay. And there are areas of the game where it's just like you're not supposed to go, but you can, if you've got the right clothes, you can kind of disguise yourself and your companions, and then not be as conspicuous going through them. Unfortunately, I kind of suck at doing things like that. And so got caught a bunch early in the game. Even though I very well knew the mechanic.
Finally, here we are. These are the ruins that Lady Lorene spoke to us about.
And she was right. These do not resemble native constructions at all.
Explore the area. Something may give away the identity of the architects.
So, just gotta try and look around the area and find clues here. So apparently, like, Tuleme, Bridge Alliance, and the Congregation of Merchants all came to this new world, this island that they found, looking for new resources, cures for diseases, and, well, then the locals don't really care for us being here. And apparently there was some ancient civilization that was here long before us. That may have had something to do with that. Them not wanting us to be here. But it's well past the time I normally call it, so I'm going to finish up this quest and then call it a night here.
This seal. I know the insignia, even if it has become more detailed in recent decades. It's hard to believe my eyes.
What you're seeing doesn't seem to please you.
This is the ancient coat of arms of Serene. It's a congregation seal. Let's continue to dig. I need to know more. I need to understand.
Ah, that's an interesting twist. Oh, one of these guys. The only time this guy stays underground is kind of rather annoying.
Things are about to get dicey.
We'll have to compare that with my one-handed option and see if that's better or worse. Our position on the island is becoming impossible to hold. Despite our best efforts in the many battles we have won, we are losing more and more ground. These savages are formidable opponents. The roots seem to obey them, and they are helped by gigantic creatures the likes of which we had never seen before. The creatures are approaching, and we are incapable of facing them. The lords are already preparing to board the ships that the Knots had stationed near our position, as I expected. They said there would not be enough room for everyone. We are going to die here, stomped by some giant raging monsters. Cursed be the princes and their ambition.
This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island with the help of the Nords, and they were repulsed. From what I was able to decipher, few of them actually managed to escape. The major part of the journal has faded, and I'm not able to make out the name of the author. I don't think we will learn anything else here. No possible doubt remains. All the clues point in the same direction. The people from the sea who built these ruins and confronted the natives. They were us.
It's difficult to admit. And to think that I turn to you to help us against the Bridge Alliance. I do not judge you guilty of the crimes of your ancestors. But this story is known.
I know this will not help our relations with your people. That is certain.
Goes to show that times change. To think that you were once conquerors. You're gonna have to pay me more for protection. If it comes out, there will be those who see red.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. Constantine is going to be furious when he learns this.
Well, let's go see what he has to say about this turn of events here. And that's the other annoying part, is the fact that you can't fast travel from just anywhere. Still going to ignore you. You and the Inquisition can burn like you burn everything else. And you can sit and wait there in those camps like that for a few moments, and usually seems to actually get rid of the loading screens. Or you can just go and wait through the loading screen. It's your choice.
Cousin! You have returned. How did things go?
You don't look well. What's happened?
Nothing. Nothing terribly bad in any case. I must have eaten something that's having trouble going through me.
It seems to me that this illness has been lingering too long. Who prepares your meals? Are they safe?
No one is poisoning me, fair cousin. We are far from court and their customs. It's nothing. Take my word for it. Now then, what do you have to tell me?
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora, in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Burren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes, and our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my fair cousin. Do continue. We are eager to hear your news.
We had a talk with Lady Morange, and we explored the ruins that she suggested we visit. All our findings point to one conclusion. Those ruins were originally built by the Congregation of Merchants.
The Congregation? Us? But Father never once even hinted. Once again, he must have deemed me unworthy to know the secret. How he must despise me.
Constantine.
We need to learn more. I want to understand. I need to know everything my father has kept from me. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You are thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
No, that'll be
I'm
it.
going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Oh. There it goes. Now let me save. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for having joined. I hope to see you again in coming future. We stream daily. Right now we're doing a little bit, we're trying to change up the schedule a little bit. I'm glad you learned a lot. Glad you had me along to chat and make tonight even more enjoyable. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your days.